Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed camera review of the Vivo X60. So the Vivo X series is known for exceptional camera performance, and here again we have the good camera setup on the Vivo X60. So we have already reviewed the X60 Pro, so in case you want to have a look at that, do check out our channel for the detailed camera review of the Vivo X60 Pro. So the Vivo X60 comes with a 48 megapixel triple camera setup co-engineered with Zeiss optics. So let's see how it stacks up against the mid-range premium segment. So before going into the video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. Now coming to the camera hardware. The phone packs a 48 megapixel primary sensor with f-stop 1.79 aperture. There is a secondary 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens with f2.2 aperture and a third 13 megapixel telephoto portrait lens. The front camera is a 32 megapixel selfie shooter with f2.45 aperture. So let's find out how the camera performs. First, let's have a look at the daylight shots. In daylight condition, especially in bright sunlight, the primary sensor is able to produce great details. With Zeiss partnership, the details, sharpness levels and colors looks great. There is good details in the image, and this is evident when you zoom into the pictures. The sky colors are also well done. Few images did turn out to be slightly vibrant in nature, but not a major concern though. The dynamic range is good and resolves shadows very well. In terms of daylight, there is hardly anything to complain here, and the images came out really well, and one of the best cameras in this price segment, replacing the Vivo X50. Moving to the 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, here you can see that good details and sharpness levels are provided, and here again colors seem to be natural most of the time. The sharpness levels are also good for the ultra wide angle lens. Quite often you can see brands not doing justice to the ultra wide angle lens, but that's not the case with the Vivo X60. The phone also has a 13 megapixel telephoto lens which can do 2x optical zoom, and here again it does a good job in bringing the details. Moving on to the close-up images, the phone does a good job with details and sharpness levels. But here we found that the colors to be a bit boosted and does not have a natural colors. This is an improvement area for camera processing. The phone can do impressive macro photography and one of the best mid-range premium camera smartphones to have impressive macro photography. The colors are good and offers excellent details too. Moving on to the portraits, this is one area where the X60 isn't impressive, similar to the X60 Pro. While the portraits aren't bad, they look a bit too whitish and not the natural one. Also in terms of skin tones, it doesn't look really natural. By default, it takes portraits in 2x, which is soft and lacking details. But 1x portraits definitely looks good with sharpness levels, but the skin tones needs improvement. The edge detection is also quite good on the portraits. Moving on to the low light conditions, the X60 produces good images with good sharpness levels and good colors and details. When it comes to extreme low light, it still maintains good details. You can also see that the noise levels are kept to minimal. You can also toggle the night mode, and here the details are great and one of the best mid-range phones in this price segment to have great night mode capabilities. The colors are again good and the sharpness levels are also impressive. Finally, moving on to the selfie camera, the phone can take some good selfies with 32 megapixel shooter. The skin tones are good and you can turn off the beauty mode and get sharp selfies with excellent dynamic range too. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, you can judge based on the clarity. The phone also has good edge detection in selfies, but it also did miss out on a couple of occasions. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Vivo X60. So this is this 32 megapixel selfie camera, and you can see how good the quality of the video is and also the audio output from the front camera on the Vivo X60. Moving on to the video recording, the Vivo X60 lacks the gimbal stabilization 2.0 found on the Vivo X60 Pro. But here you get the OIS plus EIS combo, but that's not present for the 4K at 60 fps video, and hence the video looks shaky. But the details are good and so is the sharpness levels. The colors are also a bit vibrant. But this changes when you shift to 4K at 30 fps with OIS included. The stabilization works pretty well and it provides a stable footage with good sharpness levels, and here once again the colors are a bit too vibrant. Moving on to the 1080p at 60 fps, here again the quality is good and stabilization works pretty well. The colors are once again natural unlike the 4K sample. Finally, the 1080p at 30 fps, here again the OIS plus EIS stabilization works extremely well and you get a stable footage. You can also do 2x optical zoom while recording, and here again it does a good job with sharpness levels and details. The phone also supports 1080p ultra wide angle video recording, and here again the footage looks pretty good with stabilization. The phone also supports slow motion at 120 and 240 fps, and the footage is quite decent. So summing up, the Vivo X60 has one of the best cameras in this price segment. With great daylight shots, macros, ultra-wide, selfies and low-light experience, it excels in almost all areas. While it misses out on the gimbal stabilization 2.0 found in the X60 Pro, the OIS works quite well except for the 4K 60fps video. But having said that, there is some area of improvement, and the most important one being the portraits, which isn't really impressive in terms of colors. If you are on the lookout for a good premium mid-range flagship smartphone with powerful hardware and camera, then the Vivo X60 is the one to pick. So that is a detailed camera review of the Vivo X60. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.